Greek civilization was a bit later, maybe from around 700 BC. The early polytheistic tribal religion before the time of the Greeks, the classical Greeks, was followed by a formal organization of the Greek pantheon. The pantheon is an assembly of the gods as described by the poet Homer. The Greek deities and the later somewhat similar Roman ones had very human characteristics as seen in their relations, their alliances, and their squabbles. Zeus was the father of the gods with his wife, consort, Hera. There was Ares, the god of war, Aphrodite, the goddess of love and sexuality, Apollo, the god of knowledge, arts, and music, Athena, the goddess of intelligence and strategy, and of course Hades, the god of the underworld and the dead. And there were many, many more. Sacrifice was mainly animal, and divination was common. Now, popular among the Greeks of the classical period, after 600 BC or so, and later than that even, were the mystery religions. Some of these were homegrown in Greece, and others were imported from places like Persia and lands even further east. Why these mystery religions were so popular and often replaced the older Greek religion is hard to say, but possibly the mystery religions promised people they could actually experience the supernatural rather than simply worshiping the gods from afar. Some major characteristics of the mystery religions were an emphasis on personal purification and bathing, the initiation into and the learning of secret knowledge and rituals. The term used for this secret knowledge was gnosis or gnosis, which is spiritual knowledge, spiritual information. There was also personal contact with sacred objects through ritual events. There was the dramatic reenactment of sacred stories and legends. The participants would actually act these things out and take roles. And then there was the quest for full membership into the mysteries and the attaining of eternal life. And if you're familiar at all with the modern practices of the Masonic Lodge, these characteristics will sound very familiar because there are some real similarities there, maybe even some carry-throughs over centuries. We find out that Greek philosophy seems to have arisen during the classical period after 600 BC. Why? Maybe as a critique of religion. Maybe some of the philosophers thought, religion just doesn't really explain everything, so let's try to inquire into what reality is without religion. And so philosophy tended to be that among the ancient Greeks. Let's look at European paganism. So we can take a brief look at the pre-Christian religions of Northern and Western Europe as kind of our final attempt in these ancient religion inquiries. The Celtic peoples, including the Irish, Scots, the Gauls, and the Britons, as well as the Germanic peoples like the Franks, the Norse, the Anglo-Saxons, and the various tribes in Germany, worshipped a variety of deities vaguely similar in some ways to the Greco-Roman ones. Most people don't realize that our English days of the week come from Anglo-Saxon deity names who were thought to rule over these days. Sunday and Monday, Moon Day, those are pretty obvious. But Tuesday, Tu was the god of war. Wednesday, Woden was the father of the gods. Thursday, Thor was the god of thunder. Friday, Frey was the god of sexuality. And of course, Saturn Day. European religion practiced human and animal sacrifice. They practiced divination, and of course they had a collection of creation myths and legends, like so many religions do, where they recounted the doings of the gods in antiquity. These ancient European religions had a priestly class, as well as, among the Celtic peoples, a ruler-scholar class called the Druids. Remnants of ancient European religions survive into modern times, not only through our weekday names, but through various customs, folk days, as well as in witchcraft, Wicca, and other occult practices. Okay, that was a quick summary. We'll see you next time when we will look into the tribal religions of the world. Till then, this is Dr. Michael Bogart.